What if I told you that scientists might have just found the strongest hints of alien life ever detected? Not in our solar system, but on a distant world, 124 light-years away. So what is this planet, K2-18b, discovered back in 2015? K2-18b is what astronomers call a sub-Neptune or super-Earth. It's bigger than Earth, about 2.6 times the radius, and much heavier, around 8.6 times Earth's mass. Crucially, it orbits its star, a cool red dwarf, right in the habitable zone. That's the sweet spot where temperatures could allow liquid water to exist on the surface, a key ingredient for life as we know it. Now the team behind the latest buzz, led by Professor Niku Madhusudan at the University of Cambridge, has a specific idea about K2-18b. They proposed it could be a Hycean world. Think massive, planet-wide oceans hidden beneath a thick atmosphere rich in hydrogen. Their earlier work in 2023, also using JWST, seemed to support this. They found methane and carbon dioxide in K2-18b's atmosphere, but notably, very little ammonia. This chemical mix fits some models of what a Hycean world's atmosphere might look like interacting with a water ocean. Back then, they also reported a very tentative hint of something else. Something exciting. That something exciting brings us to the latest bombshell announcement in April 2025. Using a different instrument on JWST called MIRI, which looks at mid-infrared light, the team went hunting specifically for that faint signal. And this time, they say, the signal came through strong and clear. They claim to have found evidence for dimethyl sulfide, DMS, and possibly its chemical cousin, dimethyl disulfide, DMDS. Why is this a big deal? Because here on Earth, DMS is overwhelmingly produced by life, particularly tiny marine organisms like phytoplankton. It's part of that smell of the sea. Finding it elsewhere has long been considered a promising, though not definitive, sign of potential biology. And get this, the amount they claim to have detected is huge. Thousands of times more concentrated than the trace amounts we find in Earth's atmosphere. The researchers argue this high concentration makes an abiotic or non-biological source less likely, strengthening the case for life. They report their finding at a 3 sigma confidence level, meaning about a 0.3% chance the signal is just random noise. Okay, 3 sigma sounds pretty good, right? Well, in science, especially for claims as massive as finding alien life, researchers usually demand a higher standard, the 5 sigma gold standard, which means the chance of it being random noise is incredibly tiny, like 1 in millions. So, 3 sigma is intriguing but not slam dunk proof. And the skepticism runs much deeper than just statistics. Let's break down the counter-arguments. First, is K2-18b even habitable? That whole Hycean ocean world idea? It's heavily debated. Some scientists, like Raymond Pierre-Humbert at Oxford, argue the planet is likely far too hot for liquid water, maybe even hosting oceans of molten lava instead. Others suggest it's more like a mini Neptune, a gas-rich planet with a deep, crushing atmosphere and no defined surface at all, making the observed methane and CO2 perfectly explainable through normal geological chemistry deep inside, no life needed. If the planet isn't habitable, then finding DMS doesn't point to life. Second, is the DMS signal actually real and reliable? These measurements are incredibly difficult. JWST is amazing, but it's looking at faint starlight filtering through a tiny atmosphere 124 light-years away. Some experts, like Laura Kreidberg, describe the data as noisy. Tiny errors in calibration or data processing could potentially create false signals. And here's a major point. An independent team, led by Sebastian Schmidt, reanalyzed the original 2023 JWST data that first hinted at DMS. Their analysis confirmed the methane, but found no reliable evidence for either CO2 or DMS in that initial dataset. That contradiction raises serious questions about how sensitive these results are to the specific analysis methods used. Third, even if DMS is there, does it have to be life? This is the classic biosignature challenge, ruling out the false positives. While DMS on Earth is linked to life, we now know it can be made abiotically. Lab experiments show it can form through light-driven chemical reactions, also known as photochemistry, and crucially, DMS has been found on a comet and even detected forming naturally in the cold, lifeless space between stars. This means DMS isn't unique to biology. So, where does this leave us? with an incredibly exciting but highly uncertain possibility. JWST is powerful enough to make these kinds of challenging observations possible for the first time. But detecting faint signals from distant worlds is tough, and interpreting them is even tougher. Independent analysis of all the data using different methods is absolutely essential to build confidence. And we need more lab work and theoretical modeling to understand how DMS behaves in alien atmospheres and what non-biological processes could create it under K2-18b specific conditions. So, did scientists find alien life on K2-18b? The answer right now is a firm no. What they have found is an intriguing contested signal of a molecule that could be a sign of life, but could also be explained by other factors. This whole episode is a fantastic example of science in action, pushing boundaries, making bold claims, and then subjecting those claims to intense scrutiny. Whether K2-18b turns out to host life or not, studying it is teaching us invaluable lessons about these common sub-Neptune planets and refining our strategies in the ultimate search for life beyond Earth. It's a reminder that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. The hunt continues. What do you think? Is K2-18b our best bet for finding aliens? Or is it just cosmic chemistry? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on the search for life and other space mysteries, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.